Well, hello and welcome to another episode of How Far Can It Go, a series in which I take some less competitive Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes and see just how far up the Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel rank ladder I can climb with them. And I took a little break for this episode because there was no way this deck would perform well in Platinum. And the deck in question is Harpie Lady, a deck focused around a vanilla monster from the DM era Yu-Gi-Oh anime, used by the fan favorite character My Valentine. You know, because of all the
fan service.
And like pretty much every DM era Yu-Gi-Oh monster, it got a bunch of support later on and now you can build a whole deck around it. And as with any old card that turns into an archetype, they had to come up with a gimmick for it. And this time it's destroying spell and trap cards, both your opponent's and your own. And it's actually a pretty good workaround Harpie's Hunting Grounds effect. And it also helps that their new spell and trap cards have additional effects when they are destroyed. And of course they got some more field swarming effects during the XE's era. But Harpie Ladies are actually pretty ahead of the curve in that regard, since they had that from the beginning with Elegant Egotist. And now with the introduction out of the way, let's check out the deck list. I'm playing 3 of the original Harpie Lady. It's very important to have at least one Harpie Lady in your deck at all times, so you can special summon it with Elegant Egotist. And also they are level 4 normal monsters, so they work with Unexpected Eye, which is why I run 3 of them. Next is 2 copies of Harpie Queen. And like every other winged beast Harpie monster, it's a level 4 wind and its name becomes Harpie Lady while on the field and in the graveyard. And her other effect is that you can discard her to add a copy of their field spell Harpie's Hunting Ground to your hand. They are here for an easy access to the field spell, and also an easy way to get a Harpie Lady in your graveyard, which can sometimes be important. Plus there are 1900 body, which is also helpful sometimes. Next is 3 copies of Harpie Channeler. She has a once per turn effect where you can discard a Harpie card and special summon a Harpie monster from your deck in defense position. Also, when you control a dragon monster, this card's level becomes 7. This is a great card for swarming, and in combination with the archetypal dragon card, it gives you access to the rank 7 XE pool, which is pretty powerful, so of course I'm maxing out on it. Next is 1 copy of Harpie Dancer, which can target 1 winged monster you control, return it to your hand, and then you can normal summon 1 winged monster. She is here because there are some effects you can use when a Harpie monster is returned to your hand, but it doesn't really come up much, so she's here just in case. And she's also an additional Harpie name which can come in handy. Next is 2 copies of Harpie Harpist, and she has 2 once per turn effects. First one is, when this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 other winged beast monster you control, and 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and return them to the hand. And the other is, during the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add 1 level 4 winged beast monster with 1500 or less attack to your hand. The first effect can be useful sometimes, but it gets rid of your field advantage, so I don't really use it that much. But the second effect is pretty useful, being able to search all of your main monsters, and there are enough ways to get her to the graveyard, so it's not hard to proc. It's only a shame it triggers in the end phase, so you have to wait a turn to get your other plays going. Next is 3 copies of Harpie Perfumer, and if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 spell or trap card from your deck to your hand that mentions Harpie Lady's sister in its text. And if you control the level 5 or higher Harpie monster while you activated this effect, you can add 2 such cards. So yeah, searching 1 card is good enough, but being able to search 2 if you have the correct setup is pretty great. After that, I play 3 copies of Harpie Oracle, which can be special summoned from your hand if you control a level 5 or higher Harpie monster, and if it's normal or special summoned, you can add 1 spell or trap card from your graveyard to your hand that specifically lists Harpie Lady's sisters in its text. But again, you have to wait until the end of the turn. This is a great way of recurring all of your important spells, so of course I'm running 3 of them. And finally for the monsters, I play 3 Harpie's Pet Dragon, Fearsome Fire Blast, which says monsters cannot target level 6 or lower Harpie monsters for attacks. Also, once per turn, if you control a level 6 or lower wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, in defense position. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send 1 winged beast monster from your deck to your graveyard. So it's a pretty versatile card. It offers some battle protection, is a free body you can special summon, gives you access to the rank 7 XE pool, and is a way to send Harpie Harpist from your deck to the graveyard to activate her effect. So there's no reason to run any less than 3. For the spells I play 1 Elegant Egotist, which says if Harpie Lady is on the field, you can special summon 1 Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady's sisters from your deck or hand. And this is an old card, so it's not once per turn. But since it is easily searchable and recurable, and since you don't really need more than one, I only run one copy. Next is of course one Harpie's Feather Duster, which, as probably all of you know, can destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. And I only run one copy because it is limited. Next I play 2 copies of Unexpected Die, because I play some normal monsters in this deck. Next, 1 copy of Harpie's Feather Rest, which targets 3 Harpie Lady and or Harpie Lady sisters in your graveyard, shuffles them into the deck, and then you draw 1 card. Or if you control the level 5 or higher Harpie monster, you can draw 2 cards. And for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except wind monsters. And of course it's a hard once per turn. Another searchable win more card, especially if you have the right setup, which is pretty easy to do with this deck. So you might as well run 1 copy at least. Next is 2 copies of Harpie's Hunting Ground, which gives 200 attack and defense to all winged beast monsters on the field. And if any Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady sisters is normal or special summoned, the player who conducted the summon targets 1 spell and trap card on the field and destroy it. And it's a mandatory effect, so if this card is the last spell or trap card on the field, it has to target itself. But if your opponent has any number of back row, and with the ease with which this deck can special summon Harpie Ladies, you can pretty much clear it in no time. And it can also activate some of your own effects that activate when the card is destroyed. Like for instance the next spell card, Hysteric Sign, which I run 3 copies of. And when this card is activated, it adds 1 Elegant Egotist from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard and it was sent there from your hand or field during this turn, add up to 3 Harpie cards with different names from each other from your deck to your hand. But you can only use one of those effects in a turn. So if you activated it to add Elegant Egotist to your hand, you can't use the other effect. And you have to wait for the next turn to use it. This is a pretty crazy card. It can search and recur probably the most important card in the deck. And if it's sent to the graveyard from anywhere by any means, except from the deck, and except the turn you use its first effect, you can just search any 3 cards from the archetype that don't share the same name. So yeah, pretty crazy, and of course I'm running 3 of them. Next is 1 copy of Alluring Mirror Split, which is a continuous spell card, which says when a Harpie Lady or a Harpie Lady sisters you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon 1 Harpie monster with a different original name from your deck than the monster that is destroyed. And if this card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect or your Harpie's card effect, you can target 1 Harpie monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Of course both effects are once per turn. And honestly this card is mostly here as an extra extender because of its special summon from the graveyard effect. And finally for the spells is 2 copies of Conk by the Grave because of hand traps. For the traps I played 3 copies of Harpie's Feather Storm, which if you control a winged beast monster can negate any monster effects your opponent activates until the end of the turn. And if you control a Harpie monster, you can activate this card from your hand. Also, if this card is destroyed while in its controller spell and trap zone by an opponent's card effect, you can add 1 Harpie's Feather Duster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Do I even need to say why I'm running 3 copies of this in this deck? I don't think so. Moving on is 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, also pretty self-explanatory. And finally 1 copy of Hysteric Party, which is just a mass Call of the Haunted for your Harpie Ladies. And you need to discard a card to activate it. Which I don't know about you, but a mass resurrection spell, trap in this case, sounds pretty good to me. And for the extra deck, I played 3 copies of Cyber Slash Harpie Lady, which is a level 8 synchro monster, which you might find strange since this deck doesn't play any tuners, but you can treat any Harpie monster as a tuner for the synchro summon of this card. It also has the effect to become Harpie Lady while on the field and in the graveyard, and once per turn when a spell, trap card or effect is activated, except during the damage step, and during either player's turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls or 1 Harpie monster you control and return them to the hand, which is a pretty interesting board clearing effect. It's only a shame it's so reliant on the activation of other cards. Next is 2 copies of Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, a rank 4 Xyz which requires 3 level 4 wind monsters, and this card's effect can only be applied or resolved when it has Xyz material. It can attack your opponent directly, and your opponent cannot target any Harpie monsters with effects or for attacks. And during the end of the turn, you must detach a material from this card. This card is here just in case, since it is such a high investment requiring 3 monsters to go into it, so I don't really play it that much, but you never know. Next for the rank 7s I play one number 11 Big Eye, one Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, one Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosack, one Red Eyes Flare Medong Dragon, and one Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon, which can special summon any level 4 Winged Beast monster from your deck, so it's a great extender. And finally for the Link monsters, I play one Firefighting Daruma Doll, one Great Fly, two Harpie's Conductor, which is also treated as Harpie Lady while on the field or in the graveyard, and if any Harpie monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one spell or trap card you control instead. And if another face-up Harpie monster you control is returned to your hand, except during the damage step, you can target one special summoned monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Honestly, a very versatile card in this deck, so you should play at least 2. And finally one copy of Wind, the Wind Charmer Verdant. So yeah, that's it for the deck, and now let's see how it does in rank. And as always, I'll stop when I either reach Master rank or I drop a rank. Sick hand. Oh wow, my first match against Rescue Ace just had to be with Harpies. Yeah, let's get this one so I can search a card. Man, what is it with these new decks that they can play during the opponent's turn? And now it's time for the original to come to the field. Ah, there it is again. And now finally, it's time for the dragon. Okay, let's skim over what these things do. Who's feeling nostalgic for the Dragon Ruler format? Okay, let's get rid of this one. Okay, let's get back that Elegant Egotist. And let's return to the hand this one, I guess. Might as well get some draws as well. Ooh, those are good ones. Well, I can't attack on the first turn, so I guess this is it for now. Oh, it's mixed with Vanquish Souls. Another deck I didn't play against. Yeah, no monster effects for you this turn. And might as well return the big guy to the hand. Damn, Malphys as well. What the hell is this guy playing? Damn, shame I can't destroy anything with it. Okay, let's get rid of my own cards so I can get some searches at the end of the turn. And let's get rid of this guy as well. Well, let's see if he has anything in the battle phase. Nice, he doesn't. And now it's time to profit. First and foremost, the Feather Storm. Then Channeler. And Perfumer, let's say. Well, let's do it again. Ah yeah, looks like this fire was too hot for those firefighters. Okay, let's see what the first rank up match will be like. Okay, I can pop off with this hand a bit. That should do it. Ah shit, I guess Baron is coming. Yep. Well, let's try and bait it. Okay, that's the negation taken care of. Now I just have to get rid of the 3000 attack point monster. Well, at least I can get some cards during the end phase. Oh, come on! And Max C as well, eh? Interesting, he used it after I special summoned the monster. Oh well, guess I'll go all in. Yeah, this should take care of Baron. And this should take care of Moya. And now let's hope those two draws weren't anything good. Another pot. Hopefully he banished all the good stuff. Well, at least he did the monsters. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Ooh, nice. Hopefully the other ones are bluffs as well. And let's see what the monster is. Ha, just a Max C. Ah yeah, he's got nothing. Oh, it's Vanquish Soul again. Is this the pure variant? Well, it looks like it. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, of course he has something to tag out. Oh, it's a monster reborn. Ah, yeah, why not? Well, I certainly didn't expect that, but I'll take it. Okay, let's see what's the next step in my gold climb. Blackwings, eh? Well, I guess it's time to find out which birds are the mightiest. Yup, I'm definitely stopping that. Ha, look at him shotgunning that Max C when I have nothing to special summon. Well, let's start with this. Ah crap, it buffs them as well. Ah well, let's just get rid of that spell. Oh good, no follow-up. And still no good draws for me. Whew, finally a monster with more attack points. Yeah, I'm not destroying my impermanence. Might as well get a bigger monster while we're at it. Dang it. Oh nice, he put it in the imperm column. Man, it would be so funny if this won't do it. Ha! That's what I thought. Ah shit, Raptrix. I hate that deck. Let's hope this will be enough. Oh, it gives him an extra normal summon. Shit. Man, how do they always have it? Well, it's a good thing it's negated. But seriously, always. Sarah, Parallel, Exceed. Ugh. Ooh, and that's the best card against the back row deck. And now I guess I just kill them. Or they give up. Wow, is this vanilla beatdown? Oh boy. Well, let's get rid of his monster as well. Dude, seriously? Double fissure? Okay, this might be a problem. And now this is definitely a problem. Man, what is this? A starter deck or something? Damn it, I don't need that. Man, I can't believe I'm gonna lose to a 2000 attack vanilla beatdown deck. And I'm not even sure I'm playing against a human. It takes him too long to just click attack. Double fissure. Oh yeah, it's finally time to get to platinum. So let's do this. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Well, I guess I have an out to it. But what am I gonna do about all that back row? Oh yeah, this'll work. Okay, that's one. That's two. You know what, I don't think he has anything. Let's go for this one. Ah, fuck, mirror. Wait a minute, that's the one that destroys. I have an out to this. Well, that worked out well for me. Well, let's see what awaits us in Platinum. Well, I certainly didn't expect Cyber Darks. What does that do? Oh. Not yet. Now let's do it. Ah, isn't this a sight to see? All 3 Harpie ladies on the field. I bet my Valentine would have been proud. Huh, what does that do? Oh, cool! So I can get rid of his monster and plus off of this. Ah man, I love Harpie Conductor. Ooh, Winged Dragon of Ra, eh? Well, it's time for Mai to get her revenge against Marek. Although I think she played Amazons in that match. Oh well. Yeah, that's gonna be a no. Well, I guess he'll live for one more turn. I love searching 3 cards at once. And it looks like Mai got her revenge. Oh wow, a rank up game in Platinum? Didn't think I'd make it this far. Oh boy, is this Exodia? Nah, you know what? I'm gonna wait until it has 3 counters, then I'm gonna return it to the hand. Okay, it's time. Man, that was easy. Oh boy, using my own spell against me. Well, at least I'll get the searches. Oh, Unchained. They don't have the new support here, right? Well, time to get my searches. Well, let's also get Feather Duster. And Feather Storm. And might as well add this. Let's see how many things this will trigger. Oh, only one. Yeah, that ain't happening, bro. Come on, big monster, big monster. Yes! What to bring back? Let's go for this so I can search another card. Oh, that's it. Well, I guess it's game over for this guy. Yep. Damn, another rank up game. I'm seriously flabbergasted right now. That's not a good hand. Especially not against this. Well, at least I have Feather Storm. Well, let's just get in for some damage at least. Ugh, this again. And this time I can't stop it. Oh boy, this isn't good. Yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. Well, this time it's a rank down game, so that's probably it. But this will be my last match whether I win or lose, because it's New Year's Eve and I have to go to a New Year's party soon. So let's see if I can end on a win. Come on, I really need this to resolve. Shit. Ugh, another rescue ace. And Kashtira, come on. Oh, that wasn't actually so bad. Okay, now it's gonna get bad. Yeah, could be worse actually. I'm gonna try waiting one more turn. What can he do with 2 cards? Oh, is the Colossus coming? Yep, there he is. Okay, I survived. And yeah, I can beat this. Let's start with Channeler. Get ourselves a dragon. Let's get this one just in case. And it's time to get rid of that Colossus. And let's try drawing some cards. Oh, told you I could beat this. Well, there you have it, folks. I managed to get all the way up to Platinum 4 with the Harpie lady. And this time I didn't even rank down, I just ran out of time. But yeah, I had fun playing this deck and it was actually better than I expected. But still not really that good. Well, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time. Bye!